Hey guys, thanks for stopping by for another episode here at All I See Is W. In today's video, we'll be covering latest updates with Opendoor Technologies, ticker Open. We'll also be going through technical analysis, deep dive predictions using technical indicators that I'll be sharing. Now, if you're new to this channel and you believe in the open use case, I would really appreciate you hitting the like, subscribing for more related content. Let's get started, guys. I first want to share a post with Eric Jackson. He noted Carvana just closed at $399. That's what happens when the market finally sees the platform for what it is. He has a great point. Open's path is the same. $82, $200, $500. Power Law never apologizes. So put it in the comments what you believe is going to be the upside with Opendoor as we look at the long-term trajectory. Given that Open is in that growth phase right now, let's take a look at this post next. Is how's Open progressing with tokenization addressed to the CEO, Kaz. Watcher Guru, Coinbase CEO Brian says tokenization is going to reinvent finance. Saeed posts, I am certain Kaz is taking tokenization very seriously. 2026 is all about tokenization. Kaz responded, I am taking this super seriously, but we are trying very hard to not announce products before they are ready. When we are ready, we will launch, but we won't launch something that sucks. So it's all about making top-notch, grade A quality, something that adds value, and that's what the team at Opendoor is looking forward to when it comes to tokenization. Not rush it, but deliver something that actually is working for what it's designed to do. So huge upside, tokenization. Are we going to see partnership with Opendoor? Robinhood, we see a lot of discussions going on with Kaz and the CEO at Hood. So things are looking very bullish. Jake posted an interesting visual. I mean, with Opendoor, rounded bottom forming with this consolidation area. I mean, from August all the way through December, we see this bull flag playing out, but we're beginning to see some nice upward trajectory with this U-shaped formation. Let's see how things play out. Antonio also posts Open setting up for the next move higher in his opinion. So look at this. We're seeing this bull flag play out. What are we seeing? The longer the consolidation with this support being built at this level around the $7, $8 range, the bigger the upside with the squeeze. We've seen the squeeze happen before August where it ran from like 50 cents into double digits. And now it's been, holding ground at this level, in the high single digit range. It's only up from here. Let's go through my technical analysis predictions. So we got Opendoor. I mean, July time frame, this was like 59 cents, had its first run up to $5, had a pullback. And at one point, September ran all the way up, $11. And what has happened since? We've seen just heavy consolidation range. I just want to share with you bullish momentum, bearish indicators. Let's look at this. We just got the momentum indicator in red on the daily candle showing in red. What does this mean? Typically we would see purple candles follow through after this red bullish candle. So this is looking very bullish, especially with, the retracement that we've seen at $6 October. We even had a downward wick to like $4 back in, last month, November. And now we're seeing nice momentum candle when we last had our momentum candle where we saw some nice evidence, back in November, from $6 all the way to, close to $10. So it'll be interesting to see how things go. We've had this consolidate for quite some time now. So let's take a look at, Ichimoku cloud. So what are we seeing? We're getting right at that level where we may very well break above the Ichimoku cloud, anti-gravity. Things are looking very bullish. We want to get above the, Ichimoku cloud for things to look, even more bullish. As we look at volume weighted bands, what are we seeing? Key thing is we want to see, the price action, red is going to soon be purple candles. If we can see purple on purple break out of this downward trend, we will then see this reverse. We can then start seeing price action hover out of this, band range and then start, climbing up to the huge upside. So this is looking bullish. as we just look at, the trend ribbon, let's take a look at what we're seeing here. Let me just minimize all this along with the Ichimoku cloud. What are we seeing on the trend ribbon? So we're just seeing, ebbs and flows at this range here, but let's change this to the hourly. What are we seeing? So are we seeing an intersection point? So let's just zoom in, on the hourly candle. We're seeing an intersection here. I mean, it was, towards the downside until, today we saw some nice trajectory movements, and it may very well be that we're going to start seeing, the green band start forming. And I really do think that as we head into the rest of December, no doubt, definitely going to get back into the double digit range. I'm thinking we're going to get to $20 as we head into, 2026. We may very well be getting towards 25, $35 at a minimum, and $82 is, the roadmap that we're looking at, and seeing what Carvana has done. Definitely see the upside here long term. I see this, stock being like a $300 company. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this content. If you did, go ahead and give me a follow, subscribe. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate any comments. Leave it down below. I read through everything. Thanks, guys, for watching. Take care.